Hello there everyone, and welcome back for another mod review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Monster Energy Drink Factory version 1.0 placeable. File size being 11 megabytes. This factory is right up my alley because I do like Monster Energy drinks. They're not the best for you, but it's basically a caffeinated sweet drink that kind of like soda pop. And yeah, I thought this was pretty cool, and I thought you guys might be interested in yourselves. So what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to discuss a few things regarding this mod. We'll go over the shop and check out some of the specs. Then I will test it out, show you where everything goes, and what to do with the finished product. So let's get started. So the actual name of this over on the website is called the Monster Energy Fabric Placeable version 1.0. Once again, the file size is 11 megabytes. It's going to cost you $90,000 to put down this placeable with a $20 a day maintenance fee. Now it needs 3 different resources to get this up and running. You will need sugar beets, water, and pallets. So let's take a little look at this. So there's where you're going to pick up your finished product. There is your monitor to see your increments. Let's bring up the screen here. This isn't in English, unfortunately. Now you'll see special pallet there. You actually don't use the pallet fabric for this. You will have to buy specialized pallets from the shop under the pallet section. The Zucker-Eben is actually sugar beets and Wazer is water. So you'll need those 3 products. Got a digital meter there to show you how much is on your pallet. Take a walk around the back here. Not too much to see here. There is where you're going to put your water. There is where you're going to put your sugar beets. And when you're dropping off your product, guys, I would advise you to drive across this way, because when you back up to it, it seems to have a really small trigger. So if you drive across here, you shouldn't have any problems. Okay, we'll go around to the front of the building. And there is where you're going to drop off your special pallets. Now this will hold 100,000 liters of sugar beets, 100,000 liters of water, and 20,000 liters of pallets, which I forget how many stacks of pallets that was, but we'll figure that out once we test it out. Let's go over to the shop and we'll take a look at a couple of things over there. It's going to be under placeables, of course. Now one weird thing about this is they're kind of, there's 2 of them here. I don't know why, but they're the exact same. But yeah, there is 2, and there's your sales point there. You can lay that down anywhere you want on the map. It's going to cost you $10,000 to set up. And like I said, it's $90,000 for the factory with a $50 a day maintenance fee. Now you can see this is a pretty big placeable, so you will have to give it some room. My advice would be keep this side up against the back because you won't have to access that side, but the other 3 sides you will. And this side right here that I have facing towards us, you will need room to get your semis in there and drop off your product. And then you drop your pallets there and pick them up on that side. Sales trigger, same idea. You can pretty much lay that wherever you want. I might actually set that up right now. I'll put it over here. It'll be a little closer to the where I pick up the pallets. Okay, that looks good there. That's cool. Got the Monster logo on the flag. That's kind of neat. Yeah, that is neat. Okay. Once again, we'll go over the shop and I'll show you where you pick up your specialized pallets. Now, this will be under the pallet section here. They're quite expensive, actually, at $2,000 for just a stack of pallets. But it's going to have this logo on the side here, but you do need these pallets. You can't use regular pallets. So once again, that's $2,000 for a stack of pallets, and you will have to go over to the shop and pick them up. I actually have a whole stack of them right here. $2,000 a pop. I got 16 pallets on the trailer. 32 grand for just a bunch of empty pallets. So this better pay off. So let's start filling this guy up. Jump in our sugar beets here first. Start this guy on up. Now I'm just going to drive right across the front. Like I said, you'll hit the trigger a little better, and it's going to take 100,000 liters. Now, does it take sugar cane? I'm not sure. It doesn't say anything about sugar cane. so I haven't tried it, but it just says sugar beets. 100,000 there up on the wall. So let's move this guy to the side and we'll grab our water. Now this water trailer will only hold 60,000 liters, so it's not going to quite fill it. So I will fill him back up while I'm doing something else. Remember to drive across this way. It'll save you a whole bunch of pulling your hair out. Okay, we'll let this guy unload because that'll take a minute or two. And we'll jump in our auto load trailer here. And we'll set up our pallets. Now these will go in the front. And what I'll do is when I'm putting these in with the lift, I'll just speed up time. Okay, let's drop these off right there. It looks fine. Get this guy out of the way. And we'll jump in our lift here. Start filling this up. Now, I will keep track of how many pallets I put in. Because before I just used the semi to drop them right off on the trigger. I kind of had to push them around a bit, so I didn't really see how many went in there. Okay. Probably should have given myself a little more room than that, but let's zoom in here a little bit. Get a better look at that. Yeah, $2,000 a stack, so they're quite expensive. Because I'd imagine that logo on the front is just a piece of cardboard. Okay, there is that. Now, while that's doing that, I'm going to jump back in my water tanker here, back him up a few inches, and bring him around to get the other 40,000 liters. I don't have to fill these up, but I just want to show you that it will indeed hold 100,000 liters. Start filling this up. Jump back inside this guy, and I am going to speed up time. I'm going to clear my HUD here, and I will see you momentarily. So, as you can see, it holds 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pallets. So $20,000 worth of pallets worth. Yeah, it's not cheap, but I'd imagine this stuff will pay off. And that's not including the resources we put in there. The water was free, but the sugar beets were not. Okay, we'll just get this guy out of the way for now. We'll go grab our water tanker, get him up out of the way. As to not interfere with the triggers once I speed up time. Okay, so we'll come on over here. Looks like it could take a couple more pallets. So basically, yeah, 20,000 liters it holds. I'm going to bring up my HUD. 15:20 on the clock. I'm going to time and see how long it takes for one pallet to be completed. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, so it took 15:48 was the finishing time. Yeah, it took 28 minutes for that one pallet, which isn't that bad. 28 minutes in game time, and look at the packaging on that. That just looks fantastic. Look at all the different brands up top. We definitely don't get all them around here. We get the red ones, the green ones, the blue ones. I've seen them, but there looks like there's 3 different blue ones. I've seen the orange ones around. The yellow ones I have not. Like, some of them aren't soda. They're kind of like a juice. But yeah, instant energy. I wouldn't advise drinking too many of these, especially if you got high blood pressure, because that probably would not be a good thing. But okay, let's go sell these and see what we got. Off we go. Let's bring up our HUD here so we don't miss the price. And it looks like you're going to need a lift to collect these. You could bring a auto-load trailer up here, but like I said, some of these placeables, they get a little finicky when you pick them up like that. Sometimes the scale won't reset. It'll stay like at 2000 and the factory won't start back up until you reset the game. So just keep that in mind. Save yourself a little hassle and just pick it up like this. That is beautiful packaging, man. I really, really like that. Okay, let's see what we get for this, guys. Hopefully we get a few dollars for it. Oh, she's selling quick too. So let me write this down. We got 2,574. That doesn't seem very good, but I mean it's not taking a whole stack of pallets to make that one pallet. You gotta keep that in mind. It's only 1 of 8. So yeah, I thought it would pay off a little better than that, but we are gonna try one more. I do like the packaging on that, and yeah, I was really surprised to see this, because I do like this stuff. I'm not sure if they have this over in Europe or not, but they do have it down in the US. Okay, let's speed up time and see what we get. Okay, so I can always tell when it's done when these displays go out. You see that lit up there when it was running. Once they go out, it's safe to pick up. I know it says 2000, that would be a good way to tell there, but sometimes you have to wait a few extra seconds for it to finish up the wrapping process. It puts like a band around it and stuff. So let's see what we get for this second pallet. So remember, the pallets, you don't use the pallet to mark. You will have to buy them under the pallet section in the game. So let's see if we get a little bit more for this one. What do we get? 25.19. Okay, that's a little bit less than last time. Last time we got 25.74. So there you have it, guys. Pretty cool little placeable, I must say. That was the Monster Energy Drink Factory version 1.0 placeable. File size is 11 megabytes and it costs $90,000 in the shop. Additional information and links can be found down below in the description. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's review. If you did, maybe you can leave a like on your way out. And if you're new to the channel, guys, why don't you go ahead and click on Nick right there in the middle of your screen, and I'll bring you new mod reviews every second day, Let's Plays every other day. Plus, my Patreon link is just below. If you'd like to help and contribute to a smaller channel, it really helps out. So, until next time, take care, and we'll see you all in the next one.